The full bench of judges sat until after 6 in the evening to ensure all submissions were heard in the urgent matter. Government advocates meticulously laid out the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma's answer to the challenge brought by the largest tobacco manufacturer in the country. From the outset, the minister made it clear that the purpose of the ban is to get people to stop smoking. Her reasons for the ban included, among others, medical papers from the World Health Organization, international medical bodies, and the local medical fraternity. While she admits there are limitations to studies due to the disease being new and scientific research is still being conducted, it does not negate the context for its interpretation.
Use of tobacco products may not increase the risk of transmission of COVID, but that it does increase the risk of developing a more severe form of the disease. He says then what the consequence of this is. It's that it will increase the strain on the health system because it increases the number of persons who will need hospitalization and access to resources such as ICU, beds and ventilators.
The minister also says while the science is still evolving, government had to act. A number of well-respected organizations, including the Heart and Stroke Foundation, have written letters of support for the prohibition.
There's a risk that tobacco use and exposure to tobacco smoke will aggravate the COVID-19 disease in smokers. Point 2, the state must adopt a precautionary measure. Point 4, growing evidence shows that tobacco users could experience more severe cases of COVID-19 and that they are more likely to require mechanical ventilators and ICUs and could be at higher risk of death.
Judge Haley Slingers posed the question if the goal was to get people to stop smoking, would the same not have been achieved by increasing legal cigarette prices and or tax on it? Advocate Andrew Breitenbach told the court that it was straying into the realm of executive policy making. He says that the minister was aware that an illicit trade might develop as a result of the ban.
She was well aware of the black market when she took this decision on the 12th of July. 12th of July, we know the curve was accelerating rapidly. It's a time of great anxiety in South Africa, which continues. These are the incommensurables, the difficult policy choices that our government has had to make in this case. And it's not something as inane as apples and pears. This is life and livelihoods, lives and livelihoods.
The Ministers' Council argued that while there is no specific evidence, the current research available fully supports the grounds for the ban. In reply and closing, BATSA told the court it must find in its favor on the grounds of the constitutional rights that have been infringed.
And in circumstances where the minister has not given you a shred of evidence to show that the prohibition will mean that the ICU beds and the ventilators will never be swamped. In other words, there will never be too many people asking for those ICU beds and the ventilators. She gives you nothing on any of that. She gives you nothing on that, and she still says, take my word for it, it's justified.
It's not clear at this stage when judgment will be delivered. Mariska Botha, SABC News, Cape Town.